I'm Paul Page on YouTube, and this is GP Laps.
Oh, Paul Page, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back, everybody. Indycar Racing 2, 1990 season. The finale. The finale of the season at Laguna Seca. Well, what's this? Uh-oh. We've got some breaking news from Autosport magazine. Axelson signs for Benetton. Nelson Piquet retires. Ford renews its commitment and will make its first start in Australia. Oh man. All right, let's read this press release here. For immediate release, Ryan Axelson, son of whatever that's supposed to mean, Richie Axelson, has signed with Whitney's Benetton Formula to contest the 1991 Formula One World Championship. Oh boy, big news today. So Ryan Axelson, the 1989 American Kart PPG IndyCar World Series champion, the 1989 Indianapolis 500 winner, mouthful, is set to abandon the American Championship in the wake of tumultuous 1990 season. Axelson, with 8 wins across 2 seasons, provided comment in a recent test at Silverstone, said, Ford has made this possible to follow in my father's footsteps and join the team who are fully prepared to challenge McLaren, Williams, and Ferrari next season. I think that's a little bit of wishful thinking. Axelson, who is set to compete in this weekend's IndyCar finale at the Laguna Seca Circuit in California, still has a slim chance at capturing the title, but fans will not need to wait long for the Formula One debut, as the team plans to enter Ryan in the second car for the final round of the 1990 F1 season. Oh boy. Ryan will be taking the 91 seat from 3-time world champion Nelson Piquet, who is set to retire at the end of the season. It's unconfirmed who the second seat may go to, but all signs point to a more experienced teammate to join the promising rookie. It's big news in the world of the Axelverse, I guess we could call it today. Just a little bit of fun. Welcome back to IndyCar Racing 2 for the final race of the 1990 season. I thought it would be fun. To do a little announcement. I'm going to be trying to do a Grand Prix 2 season with our driver here, Ryan Axelson. For those that haven't been along, raced 2 seasons now in IndyCar Racing 2, and won the championship with the first season. A little bit easier settings and things, and I've been fighting for it in the second season here, 1990. But I think the 8 wins, maybe 9 wins, we'll see how today goes. That's enough to get some attention, get over, and try his hand at Formula One, and let me try my hand at trying to do a full Grand Prix 2 season. I've never tried to do a full one streaming or anything like that. I've done some random races and stuff, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. Excited to jump into that with X86 GP2 and everything, and hopefully he does better than Michael Andretti did in his attempt at F1. But welcome back. I'm excited for this today. It is the final round of the championship, which will be at Laguna Seca today. And it's one I think a lot of people love, rightly so. It's a great circuit, possibly one of the best circuits, especially best that are still around in America. But it brings us to the end of this 16-round championship that has totally not taken me 2 years to do. We'll jump into Laguna Seca here. And these are the points as it stands. Yeah, a bunch of people are confused about the redacted. I put that because we don't know what Richie Axelson has accomplished fully yet. And so we'll leave that for speculation. This is the championship standings coming into this final race, and it couldn't be much closer. We've got a near tie at the top between Michael Andretti and Danny Sullivan, and in all likelihood, it's going to be one of those two that comes out the champion today. Really, whoever wins the race, in most cases, will be the one that gets the championship. But it is technically possible for myself, Ryan Axelson sitting in third, and then Unser Jr. back in fourth to also play a role in it. What am I, 16 points off of Michael Andretti? And so it would take a lot It would take a lot to actually be able to get it, but it is technically possible that I could steal this championship somehow. And Unser Jr. as well could technically do it, although it's even much more likely for him. Basically, all three of us would have to crash out in some big fiery wreck, and that would hand it to Unser Jr. if he won. But yeah, it should be a really interesting race. I'm hopeful to just finish it. If you were here for the '89 season back a few years ago when I was doing that, I think I had a mechanical failure pretty early on, and I only won the championship because Michael Andretti also had a mechanical failure later in the race. And so who knows? It could be drama today, but it'll be a fun one on the coast in California. But Laguna Seca, yeah. All right, we'll kill the music here. Well, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. It's been a busy week this week with everything coming out with AMS2 and been fun stuff. But I'm excited to. I was hoping to do this. I'm going to be pretty busy the next few weeks, so I was hoping to do this before things got really busy. And yeah, we'll round out the season here in IndyCar 2. I'm going to be running today, I think, full downforce. It's a fast track, but there's some slow corners that you really need the grip. Or it's really the fast corners that you need the grip. But, all right. Do a couple laps of practice here, make sure everything's working and sounding good. I've got the overlay on again, thanks to SK. I'm not seeing anything, though. Let me restart that. Happy to post things. Is there force feedback on this game? You betcha. You betcha. There's definitely force feedback, and I was able to add it to the game. So I'll be running force feedback today, running the timing app. We got the rendition version. Sharon Gadd, who has made this rendition wrapper that we can play this version of the game, posted today some screenshots of this version in widescreen, although there's still some work to be done on it for cockpit graphics and all that. I don't know. Exciting stuff ahead. But yes, welcome. Hopefully everything works. I feel like with everything, with the force feedback, with the overlay, with the rendition version, I feel like I'm running like 1,000 different things. And so hopefully everything just works today. Let me know if the sound's all right. It should be good, I'd imagine. But yeah, Laguna Seca. So this is... we raced the same layout last season, so they had added, by 1990, 89 and 90, they had added this section of the course, but there's not as much curbing and things as in the modern day, so it's still a bit different of a track than it is these days. Yeah, we'll try not to get the crash. I'm going to restart the game before we do the race. That has proven successful so far. Cross your fingers that if you don't run a bunch of extra sessions in one game session, it tends to work a bit better. So, but Danny Sullivan, one of the championship contenders, thereby. Oh, I also have to thank big time SK, who I was saying made the timing overlay that you're seeing, has also added an option so that it's much easier for me to capture using OBS for streaming. And it's a very nice little feature, because it was quite difficult. I had to do like a screen capture and crop it and stuff last time, but now I can just natively capture it, as Danny Sullivan's really trying to get his race on in practice here. Yeah, I would say, though, this track as well, so this is Pavel's wonderful version of early 90s Laguna Seca before they extended the final corner. And it looks really good, especially as we come up the hill here. Look at the hills and stuff on the side. I mean, it's all relative, right? But if you think about the quality of the tracks for this game, this has to be one of the best looking circuits that I've seen. Like the hills here on the left and to the right, blending into the horizon in the distance. It's so nice. I love the grass and everything on them. Oh, Sullivan hits me as I'm staring off into the scenery. Oh man, he hit me coming up the hill. That was kind of my fault for not paying attention. I'm looking off into the scenery. What happened here? Comes up the inside. Ooh, it just kind of bumped wheels. All right. Well, I got run over there a little bit. I guess that's the end of practice. Yeah, I guess that means he's foreshadowing. Hopefully not. Yeah, there's not a lot of passing opportunities here, and that's going to be the big gotcha with this track is just trying to pass, especially the lap traffic today is going to be the big thing. All right, so jump in qualifying. Just reduce the fuel for qualifying here, and we'll take a look at the preliminary qualifying results. Emerson Fittipaldi's on provisional pole with a 112 flat. Ahead of Danny Sullivan, Michael Andretti, Unser Jr., Ari Leyendyk, Raul Boesel, Teo Fabio, Eddie Cheever, Bobby Rahal, and Scott Goodyear. We'll look at the rest of it after the session, but cars out on track with me. We'll be able to improve time, so we'll have to see. But a 112 flat, I think, would be better than I did last season for qualifying, so we'll see. I really could use the point for the pole. We'll have to see. I'm going to turn off the overlay for now because it's pointless in qualifying. It doesn't actually really line up with everything. So we'll use the old school one for now. Try to get some good qualifying done here. In the backup car already, I guess. Yeah, this is a totally rebuilt version of Laguna Seca, so it's much different in basically every way. Much more accurate than the original one that came with the game. But it fits I guess, up to 1996. They changed the last corner on this track. It's something I actually didn't know for years. But the final corner was extended quite a lot. So the track's basically the same as the modern day, minus some curves and stuff. But when we come up here, this corner isn't quite as sharp as it is these days. And this little run down, you end up taking this left-hander much closer to the start line than you are these days. I think they must have added 300 or 400 meters to the front stretch, a few hundred feet. But we're on our first qualifying lap, right? Only got 10 minutes here to do it. Set up for a little understeer to start. Just try to get a banker in so I don't start dead last, ideally. Yeah, I think they extended the front stretch so that they could start more cars in like a standing start, or just have better rolling starts overall, but other than that, it's basically the same track as it is these days. Corkscrew. It's very easy to spin the car through there. It gets awful slick. So we'll head down the hill. Yeah, more pit space as well, Steve. You're probably most correct about that. Lengthened the pit lane a little bit. Pitting will be interesting. I'm the very first stall, so you have to take a very sharp left hand after the final corner. Oh, all right, P15. Whoa, I got to pick up quite a bit. But about halfway up, we got a full 28 cars out here today. It's going to be a busy race as far as back markers and things are concerned. Just try to be nice and smooth. A lot of commitment into the corners. The force feedback helps so much with that. A little bit early on the turn in down the hill here. bit loose. All right, trying to carry a lot of speed through the apexes. We'll see what this gets me. Coming to the line. 112.4 gets me up to P6. I need another 0.5 or so. Haven't seen another car yet somehow. Still a few tenths off. I think I did a 112.1 for the 89 season somehow. Right out to the curbing there. Quite get the inside apex through the corkscrew. Pit wall there stares at you right through the final corner. It's like right on the outside of the track. All right, the end of that lap felt pretty good. There it is. Man, Sullivan had improved, but I got an 111.5. Smashed my lap from last season. Provisional pole. Still got some time left though, 4.5 minutes. Wow. I always can go a little bit faster here when I'm streaming. I practice a bit. I wasn't even able to match the time from last season, but so Sullivan, the two Penske's right behind me so far. A lot of speed there through the kink. Not sure this was called the Ray Hall Straight yet. I think they named it that in later years. Up on the curbing. Oversteered through the final corner. I don't think this will be quicker. Oh, it was. So we got a Newman Haas coming out of the pits here to spoil my next lap. All right, we'll take a cool down. Which one is this? I think it's Mario. Whoa. Sullivan's a 111.6, which is not a slouch lap around here at all. I'll give him a little bit of space and I'll try one more. Should have enough time to do one more, but yeah, looking good so far to maybe get that pole point, unless Sullivan's got one more in him. Back on it. Should have enough space to Mario in front. Probably have time for 2 laps actually, and I've got enough fuel for it as well, so back on it. One car coming out of the pits ahead. Should get around him before turn 1. We'll have to take a very wide line there though. It was Dean Hall. No. All right. I messed that up. Come around again. I should have time for one more lap here. I'm a 10th up. A little over a 10th up on Sullivan, though, so unless he improves, it's really easy to run wide on this track and just kill your time. It's not super spinny on the dirt, though, so you get away with quite a lot. But the walls are not as far as you think they are here. Have to hustle a little bit on this lap just because we don't have too much time left. Hopefully I get a clear run down to T1 this time. All right. Just about a minute to go. This is it. This is the final lap. One more to go here. Oh, we do get a car exiting. Really tried to outbrake him into T1. Sepp Wiezel. Compromises me a lot through turn 1 there. Stick with it though. This is before they added that extended pit exit. Launch it into the kink. Oversteer over the top of the hill there. Kick it sideways. A lot of oversteer through the final corner. It's probably not going to be better. It was. Oh, man, there was more time in that then. 111.3. Oh. Dang. Nearly, 8/10 better than my 1989 time. So, the force feedback helps a lot. But, I guess playing this game for a full additional year. I know, it was such a bad, first couple turns. And I feel like over the top of the hill I got really loose and stuff too, but well, we'll let all the cars finish their lap here. But I think we can claim pole positions 1 point, so that makes the deficit 15 points. And there's 21 on the table for the race, 20 for winning and 1 extra point for leading the most laps. And so I guess that's the next one to try to get, is lead the most laps. And hope the car doesn't break down on me. Yeah, upcoming hot shot coming to Formula One. Better hope that Benetton team is ready. It just kind of works out that Alessandro Nannini was out of the final 2 races of the 90 season. So we had Roberto Moreno filled in Japan, and we'll have Ryan Axelson fill in for Australia. All right, but there it is. Pole position for the final race of the season. Ryan Axelson, 0.3 of a second over Danny Sullivan, with Emerson Fittipaldi back in 3rd position. Still better than my last year time. All 3 of the top positions better than my last year's pole time. But Michael Andretti back in 4th, the other championship hopeful, ahead of Unser Jr., the final of the championship players. So we're all in the top 5. Who needs a playoffs? This is the real stuff. Ari Leyendyk starts 6th, pretty good for the Domino's car, ahead of Raul Boesel. Teo Fabi back in 8th, ahead of Eddie Cheever in 9th, and then Bobby Rahal back in 10th position. Scott Goodyear is going to come up 11th, ahead of John Andretti. Mario Andretti in the 2nd Newman Haas back in 13th, ahead of Rick Mears in 14th. We've got Jan Beekes up in 15th position, ahead of Willie T. Ribbs, Dominic Dobson, and AJ Foyt. Round out your top 18 with Scott Brayton and Mike Groff in 20th. And then the back of the field, Didier Thays ahead of Roberto Guerrero, Pancho Carter, Randy Lewis, Hiro Matsushita in 25th, or Matsushita. I've been watching some of the races, and they've changed the pronunciation of his name, and they acknowledge that they change it like every race. It's really funny, but I think they stuck with Matsushita for quite a lot of it. But then Tony Bettenhausen Jr. is back in 26th, Dean Hall in 27th, and Jeff Wood will round out the 28 car field. All right, I'm going to save this race, restart the game, so we give it the best chance possible of working. We'll see. But really excited for this race, and I hope it goes well. Long race today. It's 84 laps, and 84 laps, which is not not a short distance to go. I don't know why it's making me calibrate my controls again. There we go. Yeah, I'll get the timing going here in just a second. All right, everything's loaded. Come in and add some fuel. Yeah, we need more than 1 gallon. So 84 lap race. I'd like to make it to like lap 30 or so, if possible, on fuel and all that. But we'll have to see. Let's get this overlay going. Gotta restart that as well. I mean, last year was almost ended up being kind of a letdown, but then, yeah, it all ended up working all right. So we'll see what it is. I mean, sometimes when you don't feel like it works out, it makes the times where it does work out even better. So we'll take whatever I get. But all right, jump for the race here. 40 gallons of fuel. All right, 84 laps at Laguna Seca to decide the championship. I just wanted to say I really appreciate everybody sticking along with me for the past couple years as I slowly did this whole championship. It's been so much fun, and if you go back and watch the very first race from this championship, or even crazier to go back and watch the 1989 race that I did for that season, everything with the stream, myself, but also the game and everything that's come out for it over the past couple years, and it's just been so awesome. This is my favorite racing game, and to be able to share it with everybody has just been a really, really fun time. And I'll continue to think that even if this goes horribly. But I just appreciate everybody being here and enjoying it with me. All right, we'll see how this goes, though. Sullivan alongside. Take it nice and easy here on the pace lap. I'll kill the boost just to give us the best shot at doing some good fuel numbers. Yeah, it's very much, I mean, this is by far not the most popular thing I've been putting on my YouTube channel, but it's probably my favorite thing, to be honest. So it's cool to have 400 of you in here enjoying it with me. So I really appreciate that. And to hear all the people that have since tried this game, now with all the new stuff coming out, it's easier than ever. And people having fun with it is just like, it's just really neat to see. I don't feel quite as crazy as I used to. All right, hopefully I've been having a really bad time with starts. Just getting jumped. And so I'm hoping I can get a good start here and Sullivan won't just jump me. Gotta remember to put the boost up as well. We'll do it down the hill here. All right, 84 laps in the desert. It's, I guess it's not really the desert, it's the hills in California. It looks like the desert. So hopefully I get a good start here, get away from these crazies behind me, and get some nice clean running before we inevitably hit that lap traffic. All right, coming through the final corner. Sullivan's hanging back a little bit. Coming forward. Green flag is out. Oh my God. He jumped me again. I'm surprised the stewards allowed that one. All right, let's try to get him back here quickly. Settle in. I saw one of the Newman Haas's behind me. It looks like Fittipaldi got him though. It's just like not that 1 week in the spring when it's green. All right, Sullivan and I are really pulling out from Emerson behind. Oh my God, car got real loose there. I'm gonna just give it one last click of rear bar. wide coming down the hill. There's no curbs to help you here. Bit deep into the final corner. I try my best not to bin it. The telemetry says I'm leading. I don't think that's true. I think it'll fix itself next lap. All right, I need that bar. Just gotta be careful through the kink with a full fuel load. I'm sticking with Sullivan here, but he's quite quick. A lot of understeer there. Bit easier here through the kink that time. All right, I mean, I have no idea where Mo is behind. He's absolutely gone, so it's just Sullivan and I ahead. I really need to get in front of him. I need to lead the laps. We could hope he breaks his car, but he is up front in the points for a reason. All right, there we go. Fifth gear there through the kink. Probably should go down to fourth. All right, it won't be that long. The back of the pack is very slow. And so this is kind of the raw pace. Is almost spin it out there. Don't do that. This is raw pace. We'll see what happens once we get up to traffic. There's not a lot of places to pass around Laguna Seca in the 90s. Front stretch here is probably the widest spot on the track. A lot of understeer through the kink there. Yeah, it's going to be a very different race as soon as we catch the back of the pack. All over the curbing there. Come on. I'm trying to catch him. So I think once we get into traffic, it's going to be really hard to pass. Just trying to negotiate all the slow cars. It'd be nice to get it done before we get there. But he's might be a little bit quicker than me. Especially if I keep running wide like that. There's a lot of camber in that corner. What was that, turn 14? Nice and smooth. I don't know what's going on with the timing. Why does it say I'm ahead? Oh, hold on. I'll fix it in a second. That's my bad. Oh, no. Come on. All right. There we go. I half spun. It's all right. It's okay. Getting too many messages from the pit crew. Yeah. I'll give it one more click of front bar just to give it that more solid turn in. The timing should be all set now. I had it sorted by fastest lap. That's my bad. It's deceptive because we're kind of in the order of the best laps. All right. Really important that I at least finish this race. You never know what might happen with mechanical failures, and once we get to traffic and stuff, see if I can at least hold station with Sullivan now. He's doing fast laps though. Yeah, I don't know. The guys behind really fell off. Looks like Unser Jr.'s gotten around Fittipaldi. Maybe he'll be a bit quicker. He's caught up there. They can get caught up behind cars. There's just not a lot of places to pass here. We'll see if Unser Jr.'s got some speed now that he's free. A little bit of dirt there on entry. You gotta really watch the dirt under braking. There's Sullivan way off in the distance. All right, 78 laps goes a long way to go in this race. We're still in the very first stint. Laguna Seca has to be one of the most pleasurable tracks just to drive, though. It's got such a good flow to it. I love the cambered corners and everything. It's just a real pleasant driving experience. I see some lap cars up there. So Sullivan getting into traffic now. Back down on that front bar. Now that we've burnt off about the first 10 gallons of fuel, that's when the car starts getting better. Coming up on Jeff Wood, first lapped car. Just gotta make sure I make the moves at the right spot. see Sullivan working his way through the traffic. We'll see how this affects the gap. I think I'm already quite a lot closer. Got a run on Jeff Wood down the straight here, though. First car passed. Yeah, he's stuck up on the outside. Going up to Randy Lewis here, though. Maybe could do it there. Oh, thank you, Tasman. Get by Randy up the inside down to turn 5. Bettenhausen in front. There's just no way to pass through the corkscrew. Go up the inside down the hill. Oh, that is very tight. He hung it out there. Sullivan up behind AJ Foyt. All right, he's caught up there. Get up the inside of Sullivan here down the front stretch, but Foyt, he's gonna sit in the middle of the track. Come on. Up the inside of Sullivan then. Maybe could have got him there. I feel like Danny has lost a lot of his speed through the traffic. We got Foyt coming up to this kink here. There we go. Yeah, AJ being his normal self there, but I feel like Sullivan's much worse through the traffic than I would even expect him to be. But we take over the lead there, and goal is now just to run away. Yeah, we'll thank AJ Foyt later. Still have a lot of work to do here, though. All over the road as usual. Done enough of these races at this point that I know it's nowhere near over, despite how things look at the moment. Nice little gap here to some of the cars in front. I don't even see Sullivan in the mirror anymore. Looks like he's still in second. 4-second gap on the last lap through. Wow, pulled it up to 7. All right. Oh, Emerson Fittipaldi is pitting. My guess is he has some sort of mechanical problem. He was going so slow. Fuel pump failure. All right. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see if those guys pick up a lot of speed now. They're all bottled up behind him. He's got the widest car on the track, yeah. haul in front here. To wait for the final corner, I think. Got Hero in front. Got another car going into the pits there. Not sure who that was. It's like Pancho Carter making a rare road course start this season. I jump up the inside of Hero. Get away from him. Really tight up the inside. Willie there. Coming up, as the car gets really loose there. Coming up on halfway on fuel. We'll see what lap I'm at. I'd like to make it 30 laps on a tank. That would give me a little extra to play with, and then short pit at the end if we don't need the if there's no yellow flag or something. It's 70 laps to go, so we've done 15. We're right on track. On track for fuel. This is going really well so far. Well, Sullivan's closed it in a bit. A lot of understeer there. Might lose another front bar click here. Big snap there through the kink. I got up on the curbing, which I should not do. We got to be getting close to having matched Sullivan for laps led. But even if I win the race from here, if Sullivan is second, I'm still not going to win the championship, so I'm going to have some good luck. But we lost a bunch of time again that lap. I seem to have him covered in traffic. Maybe the first time this season that I'm much faster in traffic, but I'll take it. Trying to drive nice and smooth, don't do anything crazy here. The Didier Days in front. Trying to make sure I shift nice and early as well, avoid any unnecessary wear. Get caught up behind Days here, not worth the risk. Should be able to get a nice run here down to turn 5. Looks like Mario's caught Michael as well. Mario started pretty far down the order, so he might be fairly quick today. So get really close to that pit wall. I don't need to be doing that. Sullivan just did a 12.3. Yeah, he's just very slow at traffic. It seems to be my big advantage here, so. Let's hope the traffic stays heavy then. We're losing cars awful quick here, which is not good for my hopes of being able to get them through lap traffic. Lost quite a lot of cars early on. Maybe it's a hot day today. Guerrero in front. Must have had a flat tire or something to stop this early. Still at least 10 laps till I expect cars to start pitting. Yeah, they can get flat tires or damage in the pit and stuff. Really, I feel in control of this race right now. This is definitely, it's going well. I need to just stay on the road and treat the car nicely. I got 7.4 second lead on Sullivan. So we're 20 laps into the race. Still a long ways to go yet. 84 laps is a good race. Yeah, I'm surprised there's been no yellows yet with all the mechanical failures. I mean, getting a crash around here is probably not going to bring out a yellow in most circumstances, because the car will be well clear of the road, but mechanicals can drop oil and stuff, and they will throw debris cautions. Yeah, we can take a peek at the tires here once I get on the front stretch. It's a good call. I think it'll be fine. The stints aren't long enough to really cause a lot of tire wear outside of small ovals. The rears are getting a bit worn from sliding, but we'll change them. You can change tires well within the time it takes to fuel the car, so shouldn't be any issues. It takes about 20 seconds to, or 10 seconds or so to change all the tires. It's about 20 gallons of fuel during that time, so you can easily do it. Sullivan's just 5 seconds back there. He closes in a lot when there's not a lot of traffic, and unfortunately for me, we're in a little bit of a non-traffic area. God, Sullivan just dipped into the 11s. He's got his qualifying pace somehow. I just did my best lap, but it was only a 13.3. Oh, a yellow flag. All right, I've got you guys over the top of that, which is probably not great. Guerrero crashed, all right. What lap are we on? 22, 66. I think I should pit. Did I pit? I guess it's always good to pit under yellow, right? But I'm going to be in the pack then. I think I can make it. I think I can make it on one more stop if I pit right now. I got to do it. Yeah, it's going to put me in traffic, but then I only need one more stop. This could be a mistake. We'll see. Hopefully they all come in behind me. Stop in the box. They didn't pit. Oh, God. I don't know if that was a good idea. I'm still in P2. I'm still in P2. That might have been the best idea ever. Wow, we had such a lead over the guys behind it. I mean, it'll close up here under yellow, but... All right, I just need to be careful. I should be able to make it. If I can do the 33 laps that one of you promised me, it should be good to just do one more stop. Yeah, I might need to fuel save pretty well, too. They don't do wave arounds or anything, so it's going to be super jumbled here with lapped cars between Sullivan and I, but the pace car could have even picked up a lapped car. Okay, this made this quite interesting, and I'm going to try my best not to hit the cars in front. All right, he's right there. I mean, there's only 4 cars between us. Yeah, I should be able to make it the rest of the way on one stop. It's going to be basically the limit, though, so I kind of have to hope there's no more yellows. Yeah, it's still such a long shot, but I'm trying to give myself the best odds. I can't really control what they do. I have to hope they kind of break or have other issues. Yeah, we're going to be very careful here. If you weren't here for Road America, you will know why. One more lap to green. All right, I'll need to be. I got Didier Days behind me as well, so I don't know. I don't know where the cars behind me are. I see behind him. Got Dobson behind him. I think. Yeah, it's Unser Jr.'s. We got 2 cars between me and Unser Jr., and then Michael is right behind Unser Jr. So. It'll be a bit of a chaotic start here with the lap traffic and such, but they should all have to pit not that long from now. And I'm going to be able to go for a very long time. I'm also on very heavy fuel, though, compared to these guys, so it's going to be very difficult to pass. First stint, though, was pretty good. I have the advantage through traffic, but Sullivan's gonna have some clean road up here, and surely he's gonna run away with it for a while. But I imagine he'll have to pit within the next 10 laps, and as long as I can stay within 20 seconds or so of him, I should get the lead back. I will also have better tires and things. boost back up. I'm going to give it one click of front bar with the heavier tank now. All right, coming back to green here, restart. I don't know why it says 2 laps now on the timing. All right, Brayton a bit slow in front. Get him up the inside here as we head down to turn 1. Oh, that's so scary. Yeah, you'll get the actual lap counter from when I pass the start line. That shows up on the top right. I don't know what's going on with the timing. Must have reset when I pit. All right, we got Scott Goodyear in front of me here. Unser Jr. is filling up my mirrors now. You got around them very quickly. Watch for the Unser Jr. lunge. He did this to me at Nazareth during the All-Star race. Oh, Boyzel's out with some sort of issue. Oh, another yellow flag. All right, that must have been for Boyzel. He has an accident. We can check it out when we get to the front stretch here. So an accident for Raul Boyzel. I just saw it flash up that it went red. I don't know what is going on with the timing. We'll restart it in a second too. Sullivan in the pits. Come on. These guys need to speed it up so I can get around them. Yeah, I'll get the lead back, and Sullivan's going to be in a ton of traffic. I can't go faster than Scott Goodyear here. He's trying to cost me the race. Come on, buddy. All right, we're back in P1, 59 laps to go. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of fuel now to make it to the end as well on one stop, so this has worked out very well for me. All right, let me pause it right here. We'll check out the incident. I will also restart the timing. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see what happened to poor Raul Boyzel. Filling in for Scott Pruitt in this season. Where is he? Did it happen a little bit before this? But there he is, spinning off. Oh, he's coming up behind. So he's coming up behind AJ Foyt here. And just loses it. Backs it into the wall. I'm surprised they threw a yellow for that. But maybe Foyt brake checked him or something. Interesting. Maybe he had something break. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the timing. It's showing the wrong laps and stuff. So I'm just going to hide that because since it's not very accurate anyway, you'll have to get what lap I'm on from the pit board each time I go by the start finish. All right. Yeah, classic IndyCar 2 oversteer. All right, so this is, I don't know, we're definitely going to have some lapped cars between me and Sullivan. I'm going to have some lapped cars in front of me between me and the pace car, I think. At least Scott Goodyear here. We'll see who else is up there. Lyondike, Bobby Ray Hall, and Goodyear in front of me. Well, I hope they pit. I guess these guys probably pit with me during the last yellow, so this is probably what I'm going to have to deal with off the line. Man, the rare back-to-back yellows. We haven't seen anything like that this season. I think it's been kind of isolated yellows so far this year, at least not caused by me. F2. F2. What do you need? go. Yeah, both. Oh, was the first one an accident? I thought it was somebody like blowing an engine or something. I guess it was Guerrero. Maybe we'll check it out after the race. I'm always nervous to pause and go to the menu. I don't think it does anything bad, but anytime I touch the keyboard, I get nervous. Now, there's no relative standings in this game. Yeah, I guess John Andretti is really fourth. I think the timing app's got the right positions for folks, but it's, I don't know how Jan Beekes is intent. I mean, things got messed up with the pits and everything, so. Unfortunately for me, all the championship players are still in the top 5. Yeah, we did watch Boisel have a self-spin where he kind of locked up the brakes behind AJ Foyt and spun out in turn 4, so. Well, looks like I've got Sullivan right behind me. So I'm not going to have a bunch of cars between me and Sullivan, which is not ideal. I thought I was maybe going to have some lap traffic between us, but yeah, he's right behind me. I guess I got a hook to get in front of these 3 guys pretty quickly on the restart, and then that he struggles with them. He has a little bit more fuel than I do, but not much. We're on a very similar strategy now. All right, should get the one to go here. Yep, 1 lap to green. 57 laps to go. We're not even halfway yet. It's been feels like there's a lot that's already happened in this race. This championship race is got a good crowd in here today too. I hope folks are enjoying it. I'm so nervous driving this game, mostly for things outside of my control. Like, is the game gonna work the whole time? Is the stream gonna die? I'm running like 10 different apps alongside the game to make everything work here with force feedback and the timing and OBS and all that stuff. So far, so good. Yeah, we got a lot of fuel. Should have plenty. We should be able to short fill it. We'll have to calculate as we get close to the final stop. If I can take less than 40. Anything less than 40, between 20 and 40 is just time gained, so. All right, get back in. Just nervous for the restart. It's a little easier once things get going, and you know, you can kind of pass cars as they come, but the restart's always chaotic. Lap traffic and Sullivan behind. I got to kind of watch both sides here. Get that boost back up. Hopefully get at least one of these guys down the front stretch. Out. I did not get the jump I needed to there. Not brave enough to do what I did last time, but Sullivan is way behind me. All right, get up the inside of Goodyear down into turn 1. Understeer a little bit there, but I got him. So 1 car. No, Sullivan gets him as well. I just saw him sneak behind me. As we come to the hill here. There's really nowhere to pass between here and like the final corner of the circuit. It's not wide enough near the corkscrew to get him. I don't think. You'd have to really send it up the inside here, and I'm not brave enough. Oh, come on, Ray Hall. It's so slow. the inside down the hill, squeezes me. I passed a car there earlier, but yeah, clearly you need to be a lot faster than him to do it. Zanardi move. You could try it. All right, side by side with Ray Hall down the front stretch. I should get him nice and easily before turn 1 or turn 2. I guess this is turn 2, right? Yeah, I guess the Zanardi move would have been, right, it was 96 or 97 that he did that. 96, right? All right, just got Ari Leyendijk in front of me here. Sullivan is trying to work around Ray Hall. So in the lead. Ari Leyendijk in front of me here is about to go a lap down. Or as soon as I get around him, he'll be a lap down. So it's not for position, but he wants to stay on the lead lap. If he gets a yellow flag now, he'll be golden. Wow, really late on the brakes there. Oh, he comes back underneath me. Sullivan is stuck up behind Ray Hall. Man, he's so good on the brakes. I'm happy I didn't try to send it there. All right, nice run on Ari then. Finally, get up the inside of him as we'll head down through turn 1. All right, let's run away. I got 2 cars between me and Sullivan now. Should have some good clear road here for a while. We're down quite a few cars in this race, surprisingly. There's 23 cars still running. 28 started. Quite a lot of fuel to go, but the car is getting to that point. It should start feeling pretty good. I can do some good laps. Ari's got that 30 minutes or less sponsorship. A little bit fast on the downshifts there. We're all right. Got a few cars pitting. John Andretti as well. They're on a super alternate strategy. I wonder what the heck is going on there. Yeah, I think the Domino's lawsuit would have been around this time because it was either 91 or 92 they stopped appearing on the cars. And poor Ari really lost his drive and everything. He had a tough time for quite a few years. Are they tied for the championship as it is right now? 51 laps to go. I wonder, I've never seen a championship tie in this game though. I wonder if it will do it correctly if they tie on points today. There's another car pitting. Got a big turn in that time. I think Sullivan might have got around him behind me. Thought I saw a white car back there. .6 seconds last lap. 6.1 this lap. Oh, another yellow flag. My God, what's going on? Oh, we'll stay out. We don't even really need to fuel save anymore. I mean, it doesn't hurt to fuel save a little bit, but Dobson's in an accident. All right, let's catch up to the pace car, and we'll see what happened to Dobson. Wow, I think we officially have the most cautions of any race this season, huh? Well, this is going to be interesting because I think Sullivan, if he did get around those guys, is going to be right behind me, but I actually think I still see Ari back there, so. It's going to be like the longest race of the season just for all the pace car cautions and everything. All right, you can see the pace car coming out of the pits up there. All right, 49 laps to go. We're not even halfway. Yeah, I haven't seen a race with this many crashes in quite a while. I don't do a lot of races at Laguna though. Maybe it's like this here. It's a high-speed track with not a lot of room for error. All right, let's take a quick peek at what befalled our friend Dominic Dobson. What befalled? What befalled? What happened to him is what I mean. I guess everybody is, they don't need to care about the equipment anymore. It is the final race, so. Let's see here, where is he? Dominic Befallen? Ooh, I see smoke. Same corner? No, coming down into the second to last turn. But a self spin as well. There he is. Boom. Oh, that was a pretty heavy hit there, Dominic. All right. I've learned my lesson about drinking and driving, and not the kind that you think. Yeah, no reason to hold back, I guess, but that was a pretty hard hit for him. Was that Bayside Motorsports? Yeah. So that tire barrier he hit really seemed more like a concrete wall, he said. All right. So, yeah, I still have... Sullivan was not able to get around... Ari Leindyke and Bobby Rahal behind me, so Hey, look, the AI in this game do an incredible job at making you feel like you're in a race. They do an atrocious job at racing you wheel to wheel. So it takes a little bit of time to learn how they move and stuff so that you can actually pass without dying. But once you do, it's very immersive. I will try my best to not crash at any time, especially under caution. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting final stop. I mean, you have to imagine at some point there's not going to be enough cars left for there to be more yellows. Just one lap to green. They clean this one up quickly. Yes, predictable in their unpredictableness. I've always found the AI in IndyCar 2 to be like more dynamic than the rest of the Papyrus games from this period. Like NASCAR 1 and 2, they're fun, but they don't quite have the same little extra thing that, I don't know, makes this kind of addictive. Maybe it's just my passion for IndyCar is a little more intense. Yeah, pace car's lights go out. You might not be able to tell, but it is a Camaro. I gotta put proper wheels on that pace car. Yeah, it's a Camaro. Can't you tell? All right, we'll get the boost back up. Try not to get the jump. You can't pass the pace car, I think. So that's where it gets a little sketchy. All right, green is out. Ari's got a bit of a run. They'll block him. Do not come around me, Ari. All right, Bobby Rahal's side by side with him. They'll hold each other up, hopefully. To run away. Did it not come out till? Yeah, maybe I got to redo the pace car to be like a. What did they run? What did PPG run in 1990 for pace cars? Like an Oldsmobile or something, a Pontiac, most likely. I don't think Ari had a mullet. I think he had a very luscious head of hair. A little bit wide there. Still got cold tires after the yellow. Bobby is not slow behind me. I'm a little worried he's going to try to make a move here. Just got to get a lap or two and I'll have the speed again. Sullivan, I think, got around Ari, so he's just got to get around Bobby now. Okay, I see Sullivan got around Bobby there behind me, so it's Sullivan directly behind me now. Ari had just more like long hair, like an old medieval warrior style hairdo. I think Danny Sullivan had more of the mullet thing going in the 80s. Right, Sullivan is fast and he's right behind me. This is going to be tricky to hold off. He looks to the inside. a little bit early on the apex there, running a little bit wide. Come on. Yeah, like Fabio, exactly. Chevy Beretta. Oh boy. I think I pulled a little bit on Sullivan that time. Somehow. He keeps thinking about it up the inside there. That'd be a heck of a move from him. He doesn't have to do it to win the championship. Oh, AJ Foyt's out with a turbo. It's another car out of the race. He might have the shortest field finishing a race this season here. We almost had, I think last race there was almost no, I think there was like 1 or 2 cars that were out. Crazy how different it is. I'm using the exact same car set ratings. I haven't changed a thing. Just gives you a good impression of how different these races can be. I know it's a completely different type of circuit, but still hear him back there. He catches me up the hill here, but I can pull away most other places. Just kind of park it in the middle of the road. Make sure he doesn't think about it. He's remembering practice. Surely Bobby Unser would be saying something about, these two hit during practice. That's my Bobby Unser. How is it? I don't think David Land's here today, but he can do a pretty good Bobby Unser. I'll give him that. All right, one more lap and we'll be halfway. This is a long race. Wide there. Yeah, the fuel number, so it calculates at your current boost level how much fuel you're burning. So that's why it changes so much. As you can see the boost as I am on the throttle, as the RPMs rise, it changes a ton. So it's really only effective. Ovals is the only place that it's like really accurate. But it's not super usable elsewhere. I think everybody can do an Uncle Bobby. Whether or not they're good, that's really the question. All right, halfway lap. Unser Jr. got speed. I mean, I would like to hold on to third in the championship, so I definitely need to beat Unser Jr. today. It's interesting, Michael's not really, I mean, he's not slow today, but he's not really featuring too much yet. He's in third. Not really seen him. Hopefully he doesn't hear me say that. Car's starting to feel really good. We're at a half tank of fuel. All right, we're gonna have to start thinking about how much fuel I'm gonna need to take in this final stop. And when I say we, I really mean we, because I'm gonna need help. I'm notoriously really bad at this, at figuring out fuel, so We'll assume it stays green the rest of the way. I should be able to make it at least another 15 laps on fuel. So that'll get me where 15 laps will get me like 26, 25, 26 to go. We definitely don't need a full tank, but it won't be much less than 40. But it might be like 36 or something. Nice clear road. I'm holding Sullivan. He was a little faster than me last lap. I think he did his best lap of the race actually, but I'm surprised he actually hasn't been able to pass me yet. He was so much faster in the first stint. Might be the fuel helping me out a little bit that I've got a little less than him. $26 to go would be 32 gallons. So this is when I put my trust in you. I'm not going to mess up this time that it's a build 2. So we got to make sure we actually get to 26 to go. But 32 would save me quite a lot of time on pit road, which could be very handy when I'm only a few seconds ahead of Sullivan. Gallons a lap. So what's 1.2 times 26? Is it 32? 1.2 times 26 is 30. Okay, it's checking out. I have multiple people telling me the same information now. This is what happens when the team asks some of the random spectators, hey, do you want to do the fuel calculations for us today? All right, we got a lapped car coming up. Really closed up under braking there. Oh, that's so sketchy. It's so narrow on the entry. Sullivan gets side by side with him behind. He got around him right away. He was so bad at it the first time through, but now he's good. Yeah, I think we can do about 33, 34 laps on a full tank. So we're very close. I think we're within the window where we could probably save enough fuel if a yellow came out right now. But I don't know if I would pit. That would be a tough one. Let's hope it doesn't happen. I kind of hope it just runs green to the end here. I probably could have passed him here. Sullivan really reels me in. It's Randy Lewis. It's the two red cars that are so slow. Yeah, we're only a lap or two away from being able to make it at full boost to the end on a full tank, so. Yeah, I love that the slower traffic is so slow. They were slower in real life, believe it or not, especially on ovals and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put like 34 in it if we make it to 26 to go. The half second it'll take to do that on pit lane is not going to save me, but we'll still save a couple seconds from doing a full tank, and the car won't be quite as bad as a full tank. It's around 32 to 30 gallons that it starts driving nicely anyway, so. All right, we got King Hero in front. All right, hold your breath, but I got up the inside of Hero. Jeff Wood now. Blurred him at the edge of the road there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything too silly with the pits, but we'll see when I've got like less than 2 gallons remaining. I'll jump in. I mean, Sullivan's gonna be able to go longer than me no matter what, because he pit 2 or 3 laps later than me. Got a 3.2 second lead last time by. The lap traffic might be helping me now a little bit. The worst place to catch somebody. There's that 3.2 second gap, I guess. This is rough. Ooh, come on. That was so close to taking off my front wing. Oof. All right, stay cool. Stay cool. 10 gallons of fuel left. Should get me, what, 8 laps or so? 33 to go. Trying to stay smooth. You get kind of comfy driving after a while, and you start to maybe take more risks, or I do this anyway. Yeah, I think let's stick with the plan. Oh, I can hear Sullivan behind me. It's right there. All right, we're well within a fuel tank to make it to the end, I would say. So I think that 32 gallons is going to be perfect. If we can just go a few more laps. So Unser Jr. going fast. Looks like Sullivan actually did a PB behind me. Going to be getting low on fuel now as well. This is when the cars are the fastest. I really want to stretch this because the sooner I pit, I'm going to be very slow coming out of the pits with a full tank of fuel, and I think Sullivan's going to go at least 2 or 3 laps longer than me. So it's actually going to be very, very tricky for me to keep him behind me. And I just have to hope that the shorter fuel, maybe my crew's a little bit faster or something, he gets stuck in traffic, I don't know. Hall here. Another really bad spot to catch somebody. He's very slow as well. Oh, I would love to do it here. I don't think it would be a good idea. I can see Sullivan coming up behind. He's looking to the inside. Come on, Dean. Oh my God. That was the worst. It looks like Sullivan's having a little bit of a time with him as well. Was way too close passing Dean Hall there. He's, I think, almost last, must be last in the race. You got Jan Beekes in front chasing Willie T. I think, remembering correctly. I'm not doing that again. Just give it a second here. Try to get him for the last corner, maybe. It's also not easy to do. See, Jan Beekes, not only was he a phenomenal pit reporter, but he's just a stand-up guy, giving me the spot like that. Willie T as well. Even though he took me out at Indy, but we'll forget about that. All right, we got a few folks pitting. Looks like Goodyear and Ray Hall, who I think pit around the time I did. That's why they were kind of in front of me there for a little while. We have to set up our pit stop here. Got to make it hopefully to 26 to go, or else we'll need to increase the fuel. I mean, Jerry was the best, right? What are we at? 28. All right, 2 more laps. We can pit. Hopefully Sullivan pits around like the same lap I do. Maybe I've stretched it. I don't know. A little bit on the curbing there. I can definitely do another lap here. Might do 2 more. Got Scott Brayton in front here. Got a 3.9 second lead last time through on Sullivan, so this is good. A little bit better than my experience with Dean Hall. I don't like that passing zone. Oh, Sullivan pits? Wow, it's much earlier. Wow, this is really going to work in my favor then. Michael Andretti pits as well. Unser Jr. still out with me. I mean, this is all that fear of me having heavy fuel while he does some fast laps is going away. This should work out really well for me, but we'll see. Still got to do maybe another lap here just to get in a good spot. I don't really have to push it as far as possible anymore, though. Well, with the pits not closing under yellow, the danger zone doesn't really exist in the same way. Got Eddie Cheever here. It's always an experience to get around. Eddie. All right, I'm going to pit this lap. I think I have to anyway. We'll put 32 gallons of fuel in. Should get us to the end. Doing everything I can today. It's really, I mean, Sullivan is just so quick. They're all doing really well. I've had a lot of mechanicals and accidents and things, but nothing has affected the championship contenders. And it doesn't matter if I win. I think at this point I will have led the most laps no matter what. I have to think. So really have to hope some weird shenanigans happen to the guys behind me here, or else we're going to end the season in my at least initial IndyCar career with a win. And we'll see where it all sorts out here. But all right, coming to the pits. Ton of first gear. I think the timing line's right here. We'll come into the box. Short pit stop. 32 gallons. 4 tires. All right, just don't speed. Clear exit. 80 mile an hour speed limit. Stay a couple miles an hour below it. All right, get on the gas. Got Dean Hall again in front, but I think I come out the leader still. And we'll see how well I've done against Danny Sullivan next time by. I don't see him back there. Maybe he wasn't so Penske perfect in the pits. Yeah. Across the line, 24 laps to go. He was 13.9 seconds back last time. Surely he will have gained a little bit this lap, but yeah, 10 seconds. All right, we're in full get to the end mode now. Don't take any risks. It's nice and smooth. There, but there's a lot of camber on this corner. You can use it to get you around. I got to figure out a good way to get around Dean this time. Have it be a little less scary than last time through. We can line him up for turn 5. That would be perfect. Oh, it's quick. Where did Dean get the speed from? He's going to make a move on Brayton in front. This makes it complicated. Goes for the move. Maybe not. It's gonna be impossible to get around him if he's trying to make moves on Brayton here. Well, unless he lets me up the inside, I'll take it. Just the fist shaking last time through, he now knows. About trying to get Brayton on the brakes there. They're not, I think they might be on low fuel or something. So they're not that much slower than me at this point. It's nice and easy here. Jeff Wood here. Saw Brayton jumping in the mirror there, scared me for a second. Just don't want to hit wheels there. Hall's in the pits. I called it. I knew he was a little too quick. The fuel weight is the big thing. The cars are so much faster at the end of a stint. It almost always pays to go long. Unless you catch a yellow. Coming up on Mario here. There's 20 laps to go. It's a long race. It feels so long compared to the other ones. It's a 300-kilometer race. I don't know. I think that's very similar to every other road race. I think it's the yellow flags and stuff today that have really strung this one out a bit. The high pressure of the championship finale as well, right? We're holding about 10 seconds ahead of Sullivan behind, and Unser Jr. is another almost 10 behind him, so things are getting well decided at this point. Everyone's just trying to get to the end, I think. I believe as it stands, Sullivan would win the championship, and I would believe come in third. Got a few more cars pitting there. Final stops. Try to get around Mario and Andretti without anything dramatic happening. Get around him just as we close up on Randy Lewis, who's very slow. Yeah, I should have both bonus points covered here, getting the pole, getting the most laps led during this, but I'm going to think back at all the things I could have done differently during the season. Mainly the most recent mistake at Road America. This championship could have looked much different had Road America not happened. Ooh, car coming out of the pits there. I think it was Hero. No, don't remind me of Denver. Don't speak of Denver right now. We want this. Everything's working right now. I did Denver twice. I can't do it another time. Yeah, in Phoenix, right? I don't know if I would have passed for the win, but all right, I got a nice string of lapped cars here. I got to take this nice and steady. I got plenty of time behind me. Oh, Cleveland as well. You guys are reminding me of all the difficulties, let's say, that have befallen me this season. It's not been an easy ride, let's put it that way. All right, get up the inside of one of the Porsches there. Willie T as well. got Eddie Cheever in front. There's two of them at least. That's good. Monza 65. Ryan doesn't talk about Monza 65. I got plenty of time here to try to get around these guys cleanly. Rick Mears running out wide there. Yeah, you bet that Ryan didn't get an offer from Ferrari, right, for the 91 season? Run-on days here, down to turn 5. Somebody did make a wiki for my 65 season a long time ago, but I've never collated all the results for everything else. All right, 15 laps to go. My God, there's so much left. I thought surely there'd be less than 10. Yeah, good on fuel. It's just I got to get the laps done. Second lead, really have a huge lead. I can take this nice, gentle, solid laps. That's all we need. Clear track here too. I just love driving the circuit. Not an easy track, but it has such a good flow to it. is a sound that Pavel made. It's posted on the forums. Kind of. I got to. I've been meaning to see if I can maybe get those guys on board with putting together like a best of pack with like all the circuits redone that they've all made, and you know, like good sounds, and maybe a couple car sets and stuff, so that people can just have one download to get kind of all the updated stuff. If not that, then like maybe I'll make a page on my website that links to everything separately. Yeah, something like that. I don't want to, you know, this stuff takes so much effort, especially the tracks and everything takes so much effort to make. I don't want to ever claim any sort of responsibility for having created them, but I know they're all kind of, for somebody that's on the forums all the time, they're easy to find, but they're all kind of hidden away in random places. All right, get around, Jan Beekes. 12 laps to go. Was this race ever shortened? It feels so long. This track looks a lot better and is much more accurate than the default one that comes with this game. But they're still fun to drive on the default ones. They're kind of roller coasters. Michael Andretti is the first car on the lead lap, or the last car in the lead lap, rather. And he's still another 30 seconds or so up the road, so I don't think we'll catch him. And man, all four of the championship contenders still in the race and are the top four in the race. Really, I thought at least one of us would have an issue. I guess there's still a little bit of time for it, but it certainly seems like us four are going to finish the race 1, 2, 3, 4, just not quite in the same order as the championship. All right, we got quite a little bottleneck here. Dean Hall once again. Man, thank you, Mike Groff, for moving out of the way. I don't know why he did that, but that stopped me from taking my front wing off the car. 10 laps to go. Oh, my God. Nice and easy here. Light flashed before my eyes there for a second. Trying to outbrake Dean Hall, and Groff was just so slow into the final corner. The turn in there. Yeah, we got to be coming up on the 2-hour time limit. 9 laps to go. Plenty of fuel. We're going to have an extra lap of fuel probably, which is perfect. Sullivan's closed in a bit with all the shenanigans there. He's down to 15 seconds, but still a big enough lead. I don't need to do anything crazy. That AI, or the lap traffic bit there, was too close for comfort. And Dean Hall is turning into my nemesis this race. Pace differences are one of the things I love about this game. It seems like it's really hard to do that in a lot of games because the AI are even worse than they are here at passing slow cars. Like, I'm thinking of Automobilista 2, which I love. I have a lot of fun in that game, but one of the things it does not do well is AI passing slower cars. It's getting better, though. I'm interested to try it more with this newest update. See if blue flag stuff is better. All right, 8 laps to go. Stay focused. Yeah, one thing Dean Hall did have is a very cool helmet design. Look up his 95 Subway car. Some great pictures of him, I think, at Long Beach. He's got like a white and black stripe helmet, but it looks so cool on that car as well. Great contrasting. Seven laps to go. String of cars in front. Gonna make the last few laps for me interesting. Six laps to go. I pulled it back out to 21 seconds that lap. Yeah, I can't just sit behind. If it was 2 laps to go or something, I could just sit behind these guys, but I'm sure probably could at this point. We'll see. I'll take it very easy. Pass in the perfect spot. They're battling with each other too, which is always the worst. It's very rare that all the fastest cars really finish a race, but looks like this race is going that way. All right, Ari Leyendijk battling with was it Randy Lewis in front of him? He gets Lewis, I'll get Lewis as well. That simplifies things. Now we just gotta get around Ari again. It's a familiar sight. 5 laps to go. Yeah, Sullivan must be caught up with some lap traffic as well. for that gear a couple times and didn't get it. These two are not that slow. I'm not in a rush here. Got plenty of time. Ari might get around. What is this, Fabi in front? Or John Andretti, one of them. It's Fabi. Four laps. Yeah, if I was Sullivan, I wouldn't do anything crazy either. Whoa, Ari runs wide there. I could have taken him. Battle for the points ahead. Oh, is this for 11th or 12th? I mean, they're really not that slow. I don't think Sullivan would catch me doing this speed anyway. Three laps to go. I've been counting them down for the last 20. Runs wide there again. Looking for a way around Fabi here. Well, we got a whole gaggle of cars up there. I think I'm all right with sitting back here right out the end of this race. I know this isn't the most compelling way to end it, but I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty tired at this point. And so I'm happy to take it slow here at the end. Yeah, we get to watch the little battle as well. But the fuel light comes on. We'll be fine. We just got to do one more lap after this. Really trying there, runs so deep. It's neat how many mistakes they make trying to push. I mean, they're kind of like going for passes and then it's not working out and they're very slow to gather it back up, but it makes it really interesting. It's quite nice. All right, final corner. We got one more lap to go. We got a whole group. Yeah, I think it's either Mears or Ray Hall up there. Oh, it's a white flag. I thought it was a yellow flag. This white one, everything's gonna scare me at this point. We just gotta get to the end here. 17-second lead that time by. Caught to the corkscrew for the final time. Heading down the hill at Laguna Seca. It's not going to be enough to win the championship, but I did everything I could in this one to have a good race, and I think I've shown why Ryan Axelson will be going to Formula One for 1991. Well, actually for 1990, competing in the last round of the 90 championship, but a win in the final race of the 1990 IndyCar season. It's probably a third position finish in the championship. We'll look at it all in a second. Yeah, I didn't lose the title today. It was lost throughout the entire season, but that's why a championship, a full season championship, is so great, because it tells a story over a full season. And this season took way longer than I wanted it to, than I planned it to, but I'm so happy to see so many of the same people in here that were in here the first one. Felix, Von Blade, Hugo, Andrew as well, Taka, of course. I appreciate you all being along for the whole ride. I know I'm missing a whole bunch of you too that have been here the whole time. Rick Mears coming up behind to he forgets about the 1989 Road America race, I'm sure, at this point. Almost half the field going by. Here goes Danny Sullivan, champion of the season. Las Paulina as well. Yes, of course, you've been here too. Great indoors. Yes, 1991 season. Shared a little news release. There's a post as well on my on the YouTube page too, with a little article, little press release. But Benetton has signed up Ryan Axelson for the 91 season, and he will be making his first start in 89 or in 90 at the Australian Grand Prix. I don't know what's going on here. Did people run out of fuel? You cannot do donuts in this game. And I think if anybody was to do donuts here, it would be Danny Sullivan. Yeah, you can't spin the tires in this game. It's one of the limitations. The yellow flag crash at Road America was extremely embarrassing, but also one of those things that you've seen happen in real life. Pull down the front stretch to get the checkered flag on the line. Yeah, we'll use the Australian Grand Prix as a bit of a warm-up round, since I've never streamed GP2 before in like a very serious way. That it would be nice to do one kind of as preparation. I guess somewhat realistic how it would be done. But there we go, finishing the season. So much stress relief getting through that. Just the game worked out. Let's hope we can look at the points and everything. There we go. Let's see the final results here. Let me clean this up a little bit. We'll get some music going as well. Why not? All right. Some of this stuff out of here. So Ryan Axelson wins the final race of the season, but it's not going to be enough. I led 72 of the laps. Pretty dominant, actually. It felt like Sullivan actually had something for me for a while, but able to pass him, take the win through traffic and everything. Danny Sullivan, though, finishes second. Pretty sure he'll have the championship. Ahead of Unser Jr. finishing third, on his way, I believe, to fourth in the championship, and Michael Andretti with a fourth place finish. The top four all finishing in the top four. Crazy. But Rick Mears comes home fifth, one lap down, ahead of Eddie Cheever, John Andretti for Porsche, Mario Andretti, Scott Goodyear, and Bobby Rahal finishes out the top 10. Second Porsche, Teo Fabi, who we saw battling there with Arie Luyendyk at the end for 11th position. He gets 11th. Arie Luyendyk gets 12th. The first car out of the points. It's a bit of a shame for Jan, but Jan Beekes back there. 13th. Had a Scott Brayton, Dean Hall, who was a very difficult guy for a lot of this race, ahead of Didier Thays. Willie T. Ribbs finishes in 17th, ahead of Hiro Matsushita in 18th. Randy Lewis back in 19th. Jeff Wood in 20th. And the final running car, Mike Groff, 21st. We had 7 DNFs in this one. AJ Foyt with a turbo failure. Had a Dominic Dobson, who had an accident. Raul Boisel with an accident. Roberto Guerrero also with an accident. Tony Bettenhausen, suspension failure. Pancho Carter with a half-shaft failure. And Emerson Fittipaldi, after starting 3rd, just 11 laps in as a fuel pump go bad. Why couldn't it have been Danny Sullivan? But there was an hour 50. I guess we were under the limit, but it felt like the longest race ever. Save it alongside the 89 race. We'll save the replay as well. Do we want to see what happened to Guerrero? See if we can rewind to the beginning and catch that first yellow flag. We can. We're on Scott Brayton. We should be on Guerrero. Where is he? It's not a quick way to fast forward, so it'll take a minute. It was pretty early in the race, though, wasn't it? Not the easiest replay system to navigate. Probably just a self-spin if I was to guess. It's just following Mike Groff for the whole beginning of the race. This is the view of a back marker in fast forward motion. There goes, I think that was me that passed him. Sullivan. Unser Jr., he got around Groff, it looks like. Should be coming up on whatever happened. There he is. Oh, he spun out. He kept going, though. Was that the yellow? That wasn't the yellow. Hold on. Self-spin. There's no yellow flag yet. Hits the wall. It's going to continue on. Oh! Hold on, poor Mike Groff. That must have been frightening. He's coming around the corner here. Well, I guess he didn't even see it. Is that what caused the yellow flag, though? Still no yellow. We'll see the yellow flag. It shows you them in the replays. Yes, it is. Okay, he came in the pits. We saw that pit stop. I remember commenting on it because we passed him pretty early. Oh, there he is. That was it. Wow, 2 crash. I guess this was not his weekend. There we go. I know, right? All right, comes down out of the corkscrew. A long left-hander, probably damage from the earlier accident, and spun around. Wow. The story of Roberto Guerrero. All right, let's take a look then at the final standings for the 1990 season here in IndyCar 2. Danny Sullivan wins it just 2 points ahead of Michael Andretti. Michael would be so mad, but Danny got an extra win on the season. They matched each other for top 5s and top 10s. But Danny also got more poles. Man, surprised with a record like that. It was that close, but Michael Andretti just 2 points behind Danny. And then myself, Ryan Axelson finishes 3rd, bronze position, just 8 points off the lead. There's a lot of ways I could have made up 8 points in this season. But we'll remember that for Formula One, though. Always get the points. All right, Unser Jr. then in 4th. Ahead of Rick Mears in 5th, Emerson Fittipaldi, Bobby Ray Hall, Arie Luyendyk, Mario Andretti, and Eddie Cheever quite far back there in 10th. But nice. 5 different winners on the season. A really, really fun championship. Man, I had so much fun doing this one, and I am so excited to do the next one. On to Grand Prix 2 with, oh man, I'm so out of focus. Have I been this blurry the whole, I guess I was quite small, so you couldn't see me. But yeah, be off to Formula 1, doing Grand Prix 2 for the next season. But this is not the last IndyCar 2 thing that I'll do. I'm hoping, I've got an idea for something that I think could be quite fun. And so I certainly, it won't be for the whole 91 season that you won't see any IndyCar 2. There might be something in the meantime for that. But thank you for joining me. Like I said at the start of this, thank you for joining me for this crazy, wild ride. Hope it was fun to watch. I hope I showed off why this game is so much fun. And I know a bunch of other folks are playing it now. So I don't know. Good times have been had, good times ahead. But I will see you all later. And I mean it. I think I'll be back a little bit later this afternoon with some pickup racing in Automobilista 2. If anybody's around and wants to join, we'll see if it holds together and is some fun. But thank you for joining IndyCar 2, and I will see you all again in the next one. Grand Prix 2, Formula 1 comes for Ryan Axelson.